Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Gamers DMZ podcast. Today is Thursday, February 8th. How's everybody doing?
All right, all right, all right.
Good, good, good. Starting with Jazz. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Happy
Didn't you
Thursday.
just ask her that?
Yup.
I'm asking again.
You being repetitive. Okay, I
I'm
just
doing
wanted to make
good.
sure.
Redundancy.
You say you doing gooder.
Yep.
Doing gooder than good.
Yep.
Yeah, she doing gooder.
Cuban Gooden.
I ain't mad at you. I'm doing gooder too.
We are introducing Jazz, Sir Rich,
Hey, you.
and the one.
Yes. Good evening. And introduce yourself. OG the double M. Um,
Double M.
there you go. OG double M. Everyone, thank you for joining us this week. We're going to discuss some games. We got some hot topics to discuss. A lot of things have happened this week in the gaming world, and people are losing their ever loving minds.
Uh-huh.
However, we're going
Sad
to discuss
videos and all.
this. We're going to discuss those videos or those topics. But first, let's get off with OG. Since you opened up and did a welcome, first, anyone that's listening, like and subscribe. Jazz, I don't have I'm not looking at my screen.
Hmm.
So if anyone responds in chat, please let us
Oh
know.
yeah, let me
And Joji,
slide
thank
down
you
there.
very much. And those that are listening, please like and subscribe. So let's start off with our buddy OG Double M. What have you been playing this week?
Oh, one thing I really got a chance to play this week is Hogwarts. And a little baseball here and
I was
there.
about to say a little baseball. About to say you didn't play
Yeah,
baseball.
yeah, I ain't gonna finish this season before MLB, the new one, come out. I don't think so.
Speaking of MLB, I have to give a segue, and this just it's not topic of the game, but it is video game, but it shows. Let me see. The best word I can say is ignorance, and you'll pick this up. So anyway, MLB, what is this? 2024 comes out in
Mm-hmm.
April, March or April.
Yeah,
So
March.
they March, okay, and they have a version or is it DLC or the premium pack for extra monies, but with that comes the Negro League, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
People mad at the name.
if you, yeah, and some person that I'm like, we're living in a time of pure ignorance. Um, some person said, why they have to call it the Negro League? They could have called it the Black League, and I'm like, are we
Well,
that stupid?
well, that's what they call it. I
Eh,
mean,
but but
It was
it
it's
called
the
the
that's
Negro.
history.
it, the
That's
history. It's going from the perspective. This is the old Negro League. That's what it
It
should be
is what it
called.
is.
Right. So why are people? The person said that, and after I had to give them a link and say, "This is why it's called the Negro League." Are we this dense? Are not educated? Are
ill
not
informed.
informed? Yeah, ill
It's
informed. However
both.
you should.
You was
It's
about to
like
say it. It was on the tip
it,
of
it,
your tongue.
It's both.
to me, it was shockingly embarrassing for someone not to
Mhm.
understand that. But I digress. So I just wanted to point that out because you brought that when you said you was playing MLB the Show, and I thought it was quite good that they brought that out as far as part of
Yeah,
the game,
relevance
the
of the
Negro League.
game.
Right,
I mean,
Oh
right.
yeah, it's nice.
But the fact is, these people that's playing today need to see the historical perspective where people that look like us couldn't play in the major leagues.
nope.
We had to form our own league, and it took time and do the integration.
Seems
But I
like
was, but I was
it's something
happy,
that goes into history.
right? But them people not knowing and showing their ignorance was totally embarrassing to me and just shameful.
And to be
Me-
Shameful.
so outspoken about it.
Yeah, and then you have something to say, but yet you want to say something negative, but show us. How ill-informed you. I was going for another colorful adjective, but I decided to say ill-informed. All right. So anything else you play, OG?
Yeah, that's it for me this week. Oh.
No Wild Ally?
Yeah, I tried to get on a little bit. You know, I'm still playing those Wolfensteins.
Yeah.
Ugh, I forget how much, how fun they were.
Yeah,
So fun.
Wolfenstein are very fun.
Mm.
All right, Jazz Motor, what about you?
I have mostly been playing Power World.
Yeah, I saw that. That is what you've been playing.
Yeah, that game is fun. I honestly can't say. Okay, a little bit of Destiny, very little Destiny, but Power World. I'm trying to build up my base. Get my POW army.
I'm not mad at you. Okay, what about you, Serge?
Destiny, of course. Oh,
Oh, of course. So go without saying.
Pal World. And then I turned on
Pound Town. What?
I don't know what you be thinking about. But anyway,
Bruh.
I played Odyssey. I was tried Odyssey out on not Odyssey. What is the one that took place in Egypt? Assassin's Creed.
That was Odyssey.
Origins.
Okay,
Origins.
Odyssey.
I'm right. That's
Origins.
Origins.
Yeah, I always confuse the two. Origins on the cloud on my phone with the virtual.
Really? How did that flow?
It played very well, oddly enough. I did it with the virtual control. It was awkward playing it with the virtual control.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I tried that.
But it was seamless. It was very reactive, and I could play it like it wasn't like it was lagging or nothing like that. And I was using my phone data, so yeah, that was interesting because I was just curious.
Yeah, and I'm guarantee you for the 5 to 10 minutes that you played, I think they streamed that in 720p.
Especially on the phone, it's small, so they don't have to. It don't have to be high def.
Nope, not at all. Anything else?
Nope. Just play Jules, Microsoft Jules on the phone, get my points.
Oh yeah, he got me playing that finally. Count that.
Yes.
Oh, Jules.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That game is fun.
Yeah, you get 30 points a day for it.
Just for playing it. Oh, speaking of,
I didn't Microsoft Jules. I don't get Jules.
You gotta go on the phone on your Xbox app in your phone, hit your profile, and then go down there. It's the only way into that game is through the Xbox app.
It says tap.
You are kidding.
And it loads right away.
No, I am not. That is the only way to it. I tried to find it a few ways, and that was the only way I could get to it.
And y'all got
I'm gonna look at
points a day.
Play one
and it's
PC
30
game
points a day. 30 points a day to play Microsoft Jewel on your phone. And it's a decent game. You know, it's just Jewel.
We love it. We love it. We play it every day.
Oh, guess what score I got to? What's the score you get to? What's your highest? I gotta show you. Because I was just playing. I zoned out on it. I zoned out on it today. Guess where I'm at? Because it's an insane score. I zoned out. I zoned out.
I'm at
and that's in your. Is that your Xbox app or your Xbox Game Pass app?
Xbox app, the regular Xbox app. Like you looking at your videos and captures and stuff. Hit your profile picture on the right hand side, and then go down, and then it'll be a little box that show you what to do, and it'll be the achievements you can do.
Oh, okay.
And then it'll be the first one, play Jewel, and then you press it and launch. And then
wow!
Boom, you in there.
Let me see. What did I play? I played Remnant 2. I tried Train Sim World. You know, I like trying. I played that in the cloud for a hot second. I've been playing. I went back to Call of Duty, regular Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. It's free. Modern Warfare 3 is free this weekend, so I'm gonna play that.
How many gigs was it?
Them games, 100 gigs. But I'll leave it on my Xbox because I know they're gonna have free days. So I've already downloaded it. So whenever they have free days, I just turn it on.
Yeah.
I played Go Mecha Ball.
Go Mecha Ball.
That's what it's called. It's like a pinball. It's a pinball
Nice.
shooter. It's like a shooter, top-down shooter, and you roll like a pinball and shoot things. Two controller. It's interesting, but I was playing it in the cloud, but it was okay. Then I played a hot second, Pillars of Eternity, Deadfire, but I'm gonna download that. I played that in the cloud. I played a game called Nurtured that just released in Game Pass. So I was just checking it out for a hot second, and that's all I've been playing. That is it.
Played a interesting range of games.
Yeah. Well, some of the times I'll be trying to get my points too. You know, I'm not gonna lose my points. I got to get them. I got to get those points on a daily basis.
You know, them points still shaky with Microsoft.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, let me add. I did play a little Cyberpunk.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got a little more acclimated. That's it.
Okay. That's it. Interesting. So, let's get started about what the news is going on and what's going on in this crazy world of gaming. And I do mean crazy. So, one of the first topics I want to talk about is, did any of you guys have the opportunity to play Final Fantasy Rebirth demo? And did you see any reviews of it?
No.
Wow. It's on the PS5.
Yeah, I don't have one yet.
Well, the way this world talking, you may as well get one, huh?
Yeah.
I played a hot second of it because it's a demo on the PS5. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. No, I can not even. I don't know. I'm not getting it, but it plays well. It's like the demo. It's not a time demo. I think it's like 1 or 2 levels you play.
Oh, so it's just a demo.
Yeah. So it's cool.
Demo. Here's a sample of the game.
You ain't gonna play that game.
You say what?
I said you ain't gonna play that game.
Why not?
That ain't your thing. You ain't gonna play that.
They play different than the originals.
No, you can either play it turn-based or the regular way.
Yeah.
You know, I chose the regular way. So it's not turn-based. So I'm not playing no turn-based game. So you're right in that respect. But if it was turn-based, it'd sit there. But I wouldn't even have tried the demo if it was turn-based, because I just don't like turn-based RPGs.
I know better than that.
So
none of you played that. So let's get this other topic out the way. What about Helldivers? Because someone came out yesterday and said, "Oh, Helldivers 2 was number 1 on the Steam store. It beat out Power World." So none of you guys saw any of that?
For now.
How long has Power World been out? How long did Power World? Yeah. So you should be you should be the game that's already been out and debuted number 1 on Steam when this other game was out, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago? So now you're talking about a game that's been out 2 or 3 weeks and you can beat it on the chart. But it only had 50,
and a game with a previous fan base.
Yeah, and it had 50,000 players, not 700,000. So, and now there's reports that it's having a lot of issues on PC. So
it's gonna fizzle out.
You think it costs what, $40, and it's a live service game?
Yep, $39.99.
You can call it $39.99 all you want. That's $40.
Basically.
We round up. Especially when they end up taxing you. It's more than $40.
Yeah, you more closer to 50.
45.
Everybody wants your change.
Mm-hmm.
The tax man is killing you.
Tax man.
Thank you.
Some of you guys, like you said, you guys are not gonna try double. It's in Steam. You didn't try it.
I'll try it out. I ain't tried it yet, but I'll try it out.
Serge, you gonna try it out?
If they got a demo of it.
I did say try. I mean, you say,
I don't like it. I'll give it back.
I did. I forgot. I did say try.
Like they ain't got no demo of it. I ain't gonna try nothing because I didn't play the first one. I probably tried the first one before I even because it looked like a game I would play. Like because it's the one that looked like Starship Troopers.
Yeah, that's what everybody compare it to. Starship Troopers.
Yeah, it looked like a game I'll play. I just don't have a medium. But
Outriders look better to me.
But that's a different type of game. That is a totally different type of game. That is an unfair comparison.
Is it?
Yeah, because Outriders is like linear and closed off, where this is more of an open area and more stuff is going on the screen.
Interesting. I know I have not played it. Don't have any intentions unless it comes to the PlayStation Store for free or you get to try it or something of that nature. Otherwise, it is going to sit there.
And you got a limited time to play because if it don't do well, the live service is gonna shut down. So, but that's good that it's got the player counter to do so. Hopefully, it will be there when I do have a chance to play it. Because we want more games on the ballot, not less.
And true that. Well, I guess none of you guys played the game. You guys are not showing love to the PlayStation. Shame on you.
Get one. It's just because that price.
I'll check it on
Shame
PC.
on you.
Yeah, that's what I said. I told
yeah, PC true that. If it go on sale PC and I could grab it for like $30, I might. Because like I said, it's on my wish list. So.
Oh, it's on your wish list.
There. It will be on my wish list. So.
It's on my no list until it don't demo because I can promise you I'm not touching it unless it's the demo.
Why you say that?
Because I'm not gonna pay for it. I'm not.
What do you mean? Like it doesn't look like something that you?
Oh, I would love to play it, but it looks like a live service game.
You just against the live service right now.
Well, I'm not against the live service, but from what I'm reading, it's a lot of live service. Meaning we got to buy a lot of stuff.
And like the bad type of live service,
right?
Like they be.
I don't have
you got to buy everything.
You trying to hustle me?
You want to get a good base? You got to buy the new kit for that.
Or give me some form of a campaign, but don't make it a live service game. And try to, for lack of a better way, try to follow other live service games, but charge you $40 just to play a game, and then it's live service.
Shoot, that's a couple of games because isn't that's the roadmap for what Suicide Squad with the story on that.
But Suicide Squad has a story. That's the good thing.
True.
I don't know
but I mean, they doing the live service with the continuation on the story.
Right. Yeah. But I don't know if what you call it has a story.
But you're right. It is a story. It's not just like PvE kill everything. You just killing stuff for no reason. So that is true.
And that's my reservation.
Because it's like if you're gonna pay some money, it's like can I do some stuff where I don't have to be playing with people? Can I just get accustomed to the game on my terms type?
And there you go. But we'll see how the game is going to perform overall. Within 2 to 3 weeks, we will be able to have a better assessment. And what I mean by overall is how many units it sells. If it sells 100,000 on the PC, I don't think that's good. I don't think that's successful as far as a live service game, because a live service game needs at least 500,000
500.
people. Yeah, to a million
Yeah,
people
500.
to keep you engaged and to make it profitable for the
Yeah, that ain't
developer.
enough.
No, but that's what 50,000 people is not enough to sustain live service.
Because you got to remember, it's like people that's gonna play and stop playing. You need enough people for the
There you
people
go.
to fall off and stuff like that.
So we'll see how the game goes. Okay. Hey, Jazz, what about you? You gonna try it? Or?
Yeah, I'd like to. I need to look at the specs, see if my PC can handle it, but
Oh, it can. It
okay.
can.
I know my laptop can for sure, but yeah. I'll check it out. Looks like something I'd like.
Okay. Well, again, we'll revisit this topic next week and see where the game, or maybe not next week, but in a couple of weeks to see where the game, how the game is doing in 2 or 3 weeks from now. Because, like I said, that's going to be the telltale sign, the longevity of the game. Because a live service game has to have longevity. Y'all agree?
Yeah,
For sure.
Hmm.
Definitely.
because everybody wants the World of Warcrafts, the Destinies. What else? ESO keep they have a strong player base, constant, constant average, I should say.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm maybe it's me, but I'm speaking of live service. I'm gonna defer to Jazz and you because I don't think double plays it. Speaking of that, what is that Counter Strike on Steam?
Yeah, that's jazz.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I tried to get him to play.
Okay.
I'm
It's
like,
free, right?
Yeah.
It's free, right? I remember playing Counter Strike back in the day on the Xbox. I think. I
Yeah.
don't know how y'all get in.
And
Has
you
it
know
been
what?
updated
It's
or is it still old?
it
it's
still
old.
has an old feel to it, but for me,
Oh
it's
wow.
more sentimental. Only because I used to play like Quake Arena and all that in
Yeah.
Unreal Tournament, and that's when I got into
I
getting
used
my
to
little
love
skins
Unreal
and
Tournament.
stuff.
I used to love that.
It's just a
But
nostalgia thing. I'm an old
okay,
haggard
it's in the
belle.
okay.
And that and it ain't that for me.
It's
I was.
in the different maps
That
and
was our
stuff, all the
game, yeah.
mods.
Mm-hmm.
It's nostalgia for me. It's fun.
Because I played
So the
Quake, but I
mod
never went to the LAN matches and stuff like that.
so the mods, the game looks better with the mods.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like different modes and stuff that people put in there, like zombie mode and monsters. There's tag, like all kinds of foolishness and
Classic mods.
yeah, and it has the classic levels. It's just more crispy. Like I said, it's just nostalgia, and this is like, shoot, how old was I? Like 14, maybe 13, 14.
Oh,
So
that game's been out.
yeah,
And when I
Yeah,
see it,
and it still has a strong player base.
has
I'm one of
strong
them. I'm one
playability.
of them.
I don't know how people can play that game.
So that
People do
means
it.
old folks be playing it, huh?
Yep.
I mean,
Much older than me.
that
It's a lot of
game,
Russians too.
yeah,
It's a lot of
yeah,
Russians.
Yeah, I can see that.
but we'll see. Um, what do you guys think about the latest release of games on Game Pass this week? We got Madden, Resident Evil. What else? A
Which
little left.
Resident Evil? I didn't see that. Oh,
Oh yeah, Resident
Resident
Evil.
Evil
What, two,
3.
three? Yeah, but after I
three.
bought it,
Oh,
Jill
Let's
Valentine.
see.
Hey.
Bloodstained Ritual. A little to the left. Played up.
Bloodstained Ritual. Wasn't that in there? I think that is a comeback.
Is it?
I think it is because I think I was playing that on Game Pass before, and then it went away.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's kind of like Castlevania, right?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that game. Be
Like
honest.
old school Castlevania. I think I was
Oh, it
playing that.
does. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look it up.
Like a
Hold
side
on.
scroller, Metrovania type.
That's cool.
Interesting.
I'm surprised ain't none of us played Prince of Persia.
I'm not.
Here's Bloodstained Ritual. Yeah, Castlevania.
Yeah, Metrovania.
It's all crispy. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So it came back. It was on that last year, right?
I don't remember how it was a while ago. It might have been last year. I don't know. I just remember playing it.
Oh, okay, because I
I
don't
didn't
remember
own
that.
it. That's so it had to be on Game Pass.
Well, Tales from Arise is coming, isn't it? It's coming to
I don't think. No, it's not coming this month.
oh, not this month.
Mm-mm. And we got Madden coming. Actually, Madden came today, the 8th. Madden 24 is out today because of the Super Bowl, and nobody's going to play it. That's why it's out free now on the Game Pass because it's over with. Any y'all, what game do you think you'll download and play? And let me preface this: outside of Resident Evil 3, I'm sure Jazz you'll played up, and you and Surge.
Yeah.
Because that's similar to what's that game? Cooking, whatever.
Cooking Mama.
Yeah, whatever that game is, you got the cooking simulator game
Yeah,
that's already out.
I think I was talking
Played
about
up.
That Played up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was talking about it.
Cooking them building.
I'll try it out. See what it's like. I'm always willing to try a free Game Pass game and see if I like it. Because
it's true.
there is what was the name of that game? Power Wash Simulator. Caught
that
me
game was
off
fun
guard.
too.
Oddly common. This game is
You know what? That game, it was fun, but cleaning those cars. I mean, you have to get the nook and cranny.
You can't get
It's
up
like,
under it. It's like you
no.
trying to get up under it. Like
Did you get to the
You mean
second
cleaning
one, the
house?
backyard?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That backyard was too much. That backyard was too much. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Looking for
I'm
an itty
like,
bitty strip, like a millimeter. Like what?
And it will not give you all the
wasn't helping.
Nope.
What was you saying, the other one?
I was just saying how much work you had to do overall in that game.
No,
and I'm
definitely.
like, I'm done. I'm like, I'm not doing all this. And I'm like, I'm really working a job. I'm not doing this.
But it was oddly common.
On that game.
Did you really?
You said what?
Yeah, I think I did.
What did you say, LG?
Blue controller.
You broke it.
Yeah. Trying to find a nook and cranny on the house. I think I made it. It started drifting. My controller started drifting. I was like, oh man.
You pointing at the tight corners too much.
Yeah. I'm like, where's the speck of dirt at? I'm like, where is it? I could never find it. And that's when I gave up on it.
It's on the side of the stepping stone by the shed.
It's like crazy.
Well, we'll see. Any other game on here interest you guys? On the list?
Download the game I played before. And nah, that's OG all day.
Yeah, that's why I got it up. What about this one?
What is A Little Left about? What is A Little to the Left about? Let me read it. Train, Man, Resident Evil, Blood, A Little to the Left, a cozy puzzle game.
To the left.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna play that either. I can promise you that. I don't think I'll get into that game.
Play some Madden.
I am gonna download that, but I'll probably try to play it in the cloud because once you play Madden, you played Madden. If that makes sense. There are no.
Fields.
Oh, okay.
What's a teaser?
Okay, so that should make me want to do it, right?
Mm-hmm. I may download it.
Well, I'm gonna download it this weekend, but it's like two other games. Two other games I want to download. with the quickness, and I'll probably do it in the morning so it'll be ready when I want to stop working and play. Because I like to have good, relaxing weekends. Okay.
Puzzle game.
Download it, OG, and let me know what you think.
Madden.
No, a little to the left.
Yeah.
He said, "Man, I'll download that and let you know how I get right on it."
No, I don't need OG getting into any more sports games. He hadn't even finished MLB The Show 23.
You already said you ain't gonna finish it.
Do you do the full 9 innings?
Yep.
Oh, no, I don't do that.
Yeah, I'm a hardcore baseball man. Hardcore baseball.
You go right ahead. I do 3 innings. I'm good.
Not even 5. Just
No, I'm gonna do 3 innings because I want to win, and the game start cheating. Whenever I play baseball games, they start cheating.
Oh yeah, the show cheats a lot.
I know.
Wait for you to stop paying attention.
Yeah, it cheats a lot.
They're like, "Oh, we fell asleep. Get him."
Yep.
I don't like to
baseball,
lose. I don't like to lose anyway. You like weed baseball?
Yeah, weed baseball. That's it.
Yeah. And how many TVs did you break?
All of them with that laugh.
None.
I don't believe it. Sorry.
All of them with that laugh. That was
Yeah, because
like, okay.
that sounds like it came from experience, right?
No.
Jazz, did you just snort? Did I just hear snort?
Did I? I don't think I did. I do sometimes if I laugh too hard, but
why are you trying to put this young lady out there like that? That's what I
talking about my snorts.
Yeah.
I think she do snort.
See, stop. We're gonna move on with that one. See, you stop. You trying to stop.
Instigation.
Yeah, instigated message. Yeah. Bruh. Okay, we're gonna hit a couple of topics now. And it's 2 topics I'm gonna hit together because it does make sense. Well, we're gonna go back. We're gonna hit one topic is gonna be from Microsoft could launch Xbox Next Gen in 2026 with Zen 5 and RDNA 5, which goes back to, and coupled with that, they may release a handheld at the same time to compete with the Switch. My question to you guys is, what do you think about that philosophy of Microsoft trying to release a handheld and release the console early in 2026? And what you guys say, we're going to take to the other topic, which is going to be the big topic. So, OG, what do you think about Microsoft releasing a new Xbox in 2026 and a handheld in 2026?
I mean, I like the philosophy.
Okay, why?
When the cheaper model be a handheld, because you could tap into that that demographic that likes to play mobile.
Okay.
Which I'm moving towards myself because I love the Ally. So I would love an Xbox handheld
that will play games at 1080p and below, 720 and 1080. Because I don't want to hear anyone that's with the handheld saying, "Oh, I need a 4K." Because shut up, it's not going to work. It's not.
That's going to overheat. That's going to
Yeah. So I want to know. So you would support them, the philosophy of them trying to do 2 models?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, the Surface Pro team is making handheld.
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor. which I think would be cool. I think it would be really cool. Of course, 2026 for the new.
No, both of them. Both of them.
Yeah, for both of them. I don't know. I'm hoping I don't have to skip out on Xbox as far as the traditional console. But we'll see what transpires.
Okay. I'm gonna go last, but what about you, Serge?
What is cool about a mobile device, but that mobile don't really hit my market. Like, it's cool and it's innovative, but I don't see myself getting it because I got a Switch now and I play it in a dock more than I do on the go because I don't have a lot of time where I'm away from a television setup or when I play I'm at a station of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
But
not for
the
me.
handheld wouldn't be for you in 2026.
But I could see a market for it because everyone's like, especially now that the Rogue Ally came out and people
And
have
Legion Go.
and Legion Go, and it's selling good, especially with the Steam engines and going along with that. So it's just a smart move if they trying to dip their toes into that because they already have mobile devices. They make laptops and surfaces and stuff. So it's just reconfiguring what they already have and incorporating the controller. So
Okay. What about you, Jazz?
I think it's yet another great avenue for them to introduce Game Pass to more folks out there who don't want to buy a smart TV that has Game Pass included, that don't want to buy an Xbox console because they might still be on the fence. And I think the handheld will be a good, more inexpensive, hopefully, option. Plus, I would want it. I mean, yeah, I got my laptop, whatever. I want either a ROG, but I'm excited to see what they're going to come up with. Especially if I get to play my full Xbox catalog, because I'm thinking if they are thinking with my desires in mind. Yeah.
That's going to be a given. That's a given.
So, yeah. So, I'm me personally, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. The way I look at it, what about a new Xbox in 2026?
That'd be cool. I don't know. Let me see what you got, because I don't want to say. I mean, yeah, it's well known I'm an Xbox fan because I play a lot or mostly on my Xbox. So I'm anticipating. I wonder what's going to be new with it. So
okay,
bring it.
Let me look at it. Go ahead, OG.
I think whatever Phil Spencer has to say next week.
Nope. That's next topic. don't go there.
Skirt.
Jumping ahead. He tried to cut you off and jump ahead. He's like, skirt. No damage. What were you saying, Luan?
Okay.
About this topic?
Well, me or Jazz? Me or Jazz?
You.
Okay. Here's my way of looking at it. With the recent acquisition and ABK with King, more or less, it would be, in my opinion, excellent idea for Microsoft to release the new handheld. Now, the only thing that I would be concerned, the way of looking at it from a security perspective, would it be a dual boot mode? Although, and I'm saying this and you guys will see where I'm coming from. Would it be a dual? Let me go back and say it this way. It would have to be a dedicated handheld and not a gaming device like the ROG Ally or the Legion Go that runs a full version of Windows. For optimization reasons, I think they can use the Windows kernel take off all the bells and whistles of Windows, like Office and all that other crap they put in there. And I'm not calling it crap, but
Yeah.
Of course.
have
Of course.
The
The
bells and
would have
whistles,
addresses,
take all the bells and
but
whistles.
right,
it
I
would be
do
stripped
think
down for sure.
right, but it would to me it should be able to run native Windows games and Xbox games because
Mm-hmm.
they're basically the same OS, and I think that would give them a easy way to put their own store on there, and if you want to download Windows games, but the people would need to know that you don't have all the options to tinker around because when people play with Windows, they want to be able to tinker around with the system, and I don't think handhelds to an extent need to be that open.
Mm-mm.
They need to be strictly handheld.
Yep. Take it and go.
So
Play it. Enjoy it.
right, so you can't serve two masters, so to speak. And what I mean by that, it's not as open as Windows, yet it's under the Windows kernel, and it can run everything like PC games and Xbox games in the dual boot mode. But if it runs in Windows mode, it only can run Windows games. You can't do a lot of things that you can do on the PC. You can't sideload this. You can't do any of that because I think that would destroy it from it being a true handheld. Now, if they just keep with the Xbox and keep the Windows kernel, but it's the Xbox running on top of that because that's what it's doing technically, I have no problem with that because then they can put that store on there. They can put the Game Pass store. They can put all the mobile games on there, or they can have a way of playing the mobile games. And I think it would be ingenious because you will have Diablo Mobile because it's coming out. It's already out. You will have Fallout that's supposed to be developing one. So they need to
I was about to
bring
say
in
that was
all
boring.
their right, and that too. But they need to bring in all their expertise to make sure people understand that they are bringing out a handheld. Because me, would I buy it? Yes, 100%. Because the only problem I have with my Legion Go, is because it's a full Windows device and all the extra baggage that carries. Because I log into my Legion. I don't use it for email. I don't use it for computing, although a lot of people want to use it for computing. I have a computer. When I go out of town, I take my computer right with me. My laptop is right with me. When I want to use a computer, I use a computer. But the aspect of Game Pass and being able to play all the games I want to play at 1080p or 800p, I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was 9-inch screen, be even better. But like OG said, the Surface team is developing it. They're a sleek design group. So if they are developing, I expect it to look really nice, slick, light, because the team is good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they
So
are.
I would support that in 2026. I would buy it 100%. A new Xbox in 2026, RDNA 5. Yes, it'll be good because the 2026, the next real version of the Call of Duty coming out, I think. And then you got Blade coming out. Then you got all these other good games
Ooh.
that
I
they
hope
could
Blade comes
add.
out.
And then you don't have to worry about, well, people saying, well, PlayStation is going to come out. Well, if Call of Duty releases on Microsoft, and Microsoft is the home console, which this is going to lead to the other conversations in the end. But would I buy the 2026 Xbox? Heck yeah, 1001%. I like toys. I like my Xbox, and I would buy both. I'll probably buy both day one. Now, no, I know it probably is. I would. And the only thing
I'm
that would
on it.
probably stop me from doing is like if it's plug and play or a plug in a hybrid like the Switch, then I wouldn't buy two Xboxes. Then I'll say I'll buy
Yeah,
the
because you only
handheld.
need the one.
Right, you're right. Then I'll buy the handheld for if I'm in my bedroom and plug that in to a dock. But then my main one will be in my family room. So I wouldn't have to have two in one place. I mean, two in the house because I'll have both of them. That would be a good idea. But I would 100% support if they would do it. And the only thing that they're going to have a problem with is the price. But if they can bring it to $399 and it offers the same type of, and I'll say this and let me say what I want to say by saying this. If it has the same type of graphics power as the Series S in a handheld, because you know that new Switch is not going to have the same power as the Series S. So
it should be. It should.
no, it's not. This is the thing that everybody think about Nintendo. Nintendo always use technology 3 to 4 years behind, so it doesn't cost them as much, and they can get as much profit out of it.
Yep, they
Nintendo is never bleeding edge when it comes to this.
But the Series S is already 4 years behind us now, right?
Yeah, but the Nintendo don't play by them.
But if we shrink that to a handheld double that's only going to do 800p or 1080p and below on a smaller screen. Okay, so you're saying, OG, that the Switch 2, when it's announced, is going to be more powerful than the Series S? Is that what you're saying?
No, about the same.
And that's going to last for at least 6 to 7 years, right?
Yeah.
Because Nintendo puts things up. Okay, so let me revise my point. If it's a Series S type processor that's tweaked better than the Switch 2, that is, let's say, has a better processor, more memory, and it supports RDNA 5, but it's a little cheaper, but similar processor, you don't think that'll do well? Now you put this in the hand.
The Series S
You see how
Engine 5.
Right? Do you see how hypocritical you are, though?
The Series S can be a great handheld.
That's all I wanted you to say.
Yeah, Series S can be a great handheld.
Say what again, sir?
I said the Series S can be a great handheld.
Yeah, I do. I think so. If it was a handheld and packing all that power with 10 gigs of RAM, that'd be okay. Because people think, mark my words, that Switch 2 is going to be all powerful. Nintendo has never went that route.
No.
We'll see with them. I mean, since it's supposed to run Call of Duty.
Right, but that doesn't mean it's going to have the latest processor.
We'll see.
That Mortal Kombat blunder, they're just going to fix the faces.
Low res.
Yeah, because that was looking trash. I think they're just going to redeem themselves on that.
Now, if the handheld can run all the new games that comes out in 2026, and let me preface this, 900p to 1080p, 60 frames per second, I'm good. Or at most, let's let you go even higher, 120 frames a second. I'm good. For a handheld. What about you? OG?
Yeah, I think that's decent.
Yeah, but you got to look at price. So for $399, that's what I think it'll be.
And yeah, $399 is the magic number.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
and $599 for a high-end one, series, whatever. So that's what I think, and I think they would be great to do it, because then if they launch a Call of Duty version handheld, because they own the property, and a Call of Duty. And this is going to bleed into the next topic, but if they offered a Call of Duty one or a Blade one, and it was all red or whatever, it'll be hot. People will buy it. But we'll see if they're going to go that route. Now,
it's going to sell like hotcakes.
Yes, because then they don't have to worry about it because guess what? They will have Game Pass and they can own the ecosystem. Once you own your own ecosystem of games and have a plethora of games, like they can put Game Pass and they can right now. This is going to bleed into the other stuff, but they don't have to depend on as much, depend on as other vendors or third party developers as much because with them owning the deep catalog of Activision, Blizzard, King, Bethesda games, and plus their own catalog. That's a lot of old games that they could port, uh, make Fallout 5 or the next version of the game. They can do a lot with the existing IPs that they own. Do you guys agree?
Mm-hmm. They have a
OG.
lot of IPs that's being screened to be revitalized, especially with Blizzard and Activision.
Right.
Truthfully,
Exactly.
both parties. And King is king. I mean, you could just make new mobile games. So, can you imagine if they just like, hey, let's make Warcraft 3 and StarCraft, the originals, into a mobile game? Yay!
They can do that. They can do it.
Like, I don't know why y'all haven't done that, but okay.
Yeah, they can do that.
Okay, here's this final topic, and it's going to bleed into a lot. Earlier this week, I think it was Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah, today is Thursday. And I think it started over the weekend. And kind of bleeds a little bit off of the topic we had in OG. It first started with Sea of Thieves and let's say that again, Half Hour Rush, right? And we were talking about this on last week's podcast about those two games, particularly going to the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember correctly, OG specifically said he has no problem with it. I was more or less had some problem with it, and I explained why. But you guys, I think Jazz and Serge a little more reserved, wait and see reproach, right or wrong. Was that your guys' opinion? Like,
Yeah,
indifferent.
kind of
Yeah,
indifferent. Just happy that they're. I don't know how to say this without sounding one sided. But yeah, because I'm like, do I want to say this? No, but it seems like they said they're gonna make good with sharing. So, as opposed to, tighter exclusivity. So, I think it's a good thing. And, Sir Rich brought a point up to me earlier. I'll let him, he'll get around to it, but just continue. We'll see if it comes up.
Okay, so the overall thing, come Monday morning, the whole Spaces, Twitter, all these different blog sites, whatever, went crazy reporting stories. Oh, Microsoft is going full third party. They're getting rid of the Xbox. No more Xbox. No more this. Everything is going porting to the PS5. Everything's going to the Switch. And Microsoft has to do X, Y, Z. So people just went crazy, upset. You had some people going to the extreme, and by the extreme,
selling all my
and there you
stuff.
go. They sold it.
All of it's on for sale.
I said
to
extreme.
process this. This is some bad news, man.
Because rumor had it that somebody even put Xbox was bankrupt, and I'm like, do people not read financial reports when they saw Microsoft made money? And even when you deduct Microsoft, not including Activision Blizzard, they still had growth.
I'm just trying to start rumors. That's all this is.
Well, so everybody went. They were tagging Sarah Bond, Phil Spencer. Who else? The head of who else did they? Sarah Bond, Aaron Greenberg. They was going after them. You let us down. You did this. You did this. You did this. You did this. We've been with you. And pure Xbox fans, you guys are just not respecting, as I was trying to say to some extent last week. That being said, um, this guy I really don't respect him that much from game industry because I think he's more of a Sony person. He wrote an article like Xbox, what Xbox published on rival consoles, and he wrote an opinion piece where he said it'd be a good idea. It's a new model. They can't beat Sony in the console space, so Microsoft has to do more, make more money with software XYZ. That was the gist of his article, and that this is a good idea just to go out and out um, third party, and it's good to share and grow your Game Pass user base,
Mm-hmm.
and you start your own trend. That was his theory. So you guys have had enough time to do your little more research or do some reading and understand the gravity of what. And so, let me go further. Then they were going at Microsoft, and they said, "Oh, next week Microsoft is going to have a business meeting to discuss the future of Xbox." And the key word is business. Like, you guys are not reading that right. Oh, they're going to discuss. No, when people talk about business, it's financial. It's not games. So I said, don't expect them to talk what games are coming out. They're going to talk about the business,
Financial reports,
yeah, and what's going to
growth,
happen.
R and
Yeah,
D.
yeah.
Human
Maybe,
resources.
yeah. What goes entails the business side of it. So this is X. This is Y. This is how we're going to. This is why we're going to do this. These are the games that may stay. These are the games that may go uh, third party. Now, to their own detriment, everything that Phil has said, Phil has left muddy the waters in what he said. Y'all, only where Game Pass exists. We only going to put this here. We're only going to put this here. We're going to reward our Xbox players because they've been with us. Remember, he said, and paraphrase, but you remember he said stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
So, rightfully so, to some extent, the fan base did have, to some extent, to be upset. Not to go to the extreme and sell Xboxes and all this, because to me, then you're making a fool out of yourself. But Microsoft is a business. You guys have had time to digest the information. Let's start with OG. What are your thoughts about all this?
I think it's being overblown. We don't know
Okay.
nothing yet.
We don't know anything. That is correct.
Absolutely know nothing. What's going on?
What about hurting the fan base?
We don't know. I don't think they didn't hurt the fan base with Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush.
I don't understand. You don't think they hurt the fan base with Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush if it
Because
goes
most of the games
ported?
over.
I didn't hear no Halo, Gears, Forza,
No,
stuff like
No, they
that.
say Gears. They
They
say
said
Gears.
Gears. They said
They say Gears.
Starfield.
They
They
said
Yep,
said
Starfield.
Starfield, especially after we get the DLC.
Yeah, they said those.
Well, I mean, I still don't think. I still don't think it's hurting Xbox. I mean, Starfield is not hurting Xbox.
Is it? Why isn't it hurting Xbox?
I
Well,
mean,
there also, hold on. I
It was
apologize.
bad until they got to play
There was also rumors.
it.
There was also rumors that Game Pass didn't hit the growth level that they expected. There were rumors that the Xbox didn't sell the way they expected, but you can't find an Xbox. Tell me how something's not selling. It had 3% growth. That is a big growth over last year's holiday. Not overall for the season, like, okay, 3% growth during a busy holiday time, and you have 3% growth and 3% margin growth, meaning the money they paid, they made 3% profit on discounted units. So if you discount and still make a profit, you're doing something because your profit margins are lower because you're selling at a discount.
It was the holiday season. Of course, they had a discount.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So OJ, finish what you were saying.
I just think we don't got enough info. We don't got enough info what they're doing, so I really don't want to say nothing. Really?
You don't want to speculate.
Yeah.
All right, Serge. What about you? What about you?
There is a point that
Hold on.
I think Serge will bring it up, but we'll see. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, what wasn't there some kind of agreement in the Activision merger that they had to release more third parties?
They said they would not. Any game that's coming, more or less, it's going to stay third party. Any game that's already out, it's going to stay third party. Particularly Call of Duty, Diablo, and Overwatch.
Yeah. And I don't see a big issue with it because Xbox has always said they wanted the games everywhere. So,
and hold on. I thought everywhere meant via Game Passes. They said where Game Pass exists or PC.
Hey,
they starting to put Game Pass everywhere.
Exactly. But who said it won't be Game Pass? Who said it's gonna be just the games? What if it's Game Pass that you have to purchase on the system?
You mean if Sony bend the knees, so to speak, and let that happen? I
mean, they may be in talks. We don't know. Like OG said, we don't know. That could be on the table. We're not in the room to know that for sure. That very well could be an option.
We'll know next week.
I think it's just totally overblown. It's totally overblown.
Okay. Jazz, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's overblown a bit.
What about what about where there's smoke, there's fire?
Put it out immediately.
But they waited a day. He said, remember Phil Spencer came out and said, "We hear you." That sounds like when you know, when you were a kid and your parents trying to wake you up. Get up. I'm up.
No movement.
You see the one that's what's Microsoft and Xbox problem. Their communication sucks.
Yes, that is now you get into where the problem lies. Or they didn't have to say anything until next week.
Well, it was it's supposed to be a leak. Like they were trying to wait and say something, and then this information supposedly leaked out from an Xbox insider to give the fans warning.
Yeah, and I guess they wanted to work. They wanted the fans to be peed off.
Yeah, so can't really put that on field. Like that may have been their plan, and their plan got taken out of the equation, so to speak.
I was gonna say I don't think we have anything to really be upset with unless they take stuff from us. Because I've always been pro-sharing.
I kind of agree, but I'm in the middle with your comment because I kind of can agree. I can see your side, but I can totally disagree with it too. I see your side though.
Jazz said, "As long as we keep eating."
Basically, it's like, oh, welcome to the table that y'all was hating on. Food good, ain't it? Yep. Taste all that extra cheese in that macaroni. Yep.
Okay, but then there's a rumor. There's a rumor also about Game Pass. Call of Duty games may not come to Game Pass. What y'all think about that?
Now you messing with my money, big worm.
There you go.
Big worm.
Okay, anybody else got anything to say? Any other points?
No.
Okay. Well, let me get a couple of points off of that. To me, when the news broke, I think that people overreacted, as Double said.
Yeah. For sure.
Unjustifiably overreacted? Yes. To some extent, did they have a right to overreact? They had the right to question, to say, hey, what's going on? but not go to the extent to which they were not burning, destroying Xboxes and
selling them, making
I'm not,
songs,
right. But
all types of shit.
let's go from. Let me take it from this perspective. Being that when you're gaming, and Microsoft's just spent $70 billion. When it all came out, they said they spent 74 billion. So they spent 74 billion. They didn't take a loan out. It was all cash out the bank account for Activision Blizzard. Now, Activision Blizzard did have like I think 10 billion in the bank, so Microsoft did recoup that. But they can say what they want to say. They did have 10 billion in the bank. Your investors, stockholders, are looking at that business unit, Xbox, and says, like Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately? What I mean by that is you have Microsoft is looking for ROI. They're looking for a look. We spent $74 billion. We have never spent that much money. We need to make some of that money back. Quick, fast, in a hurry because of our investors and because what are we doing? Azure makes Google's amount of money, right? That's the number one profit. Azure, and then it's the other one is I think some other type of service. That two. Xbox overtook Windows as big for a profit as the division.
That's a big deal.
Right.
That's a big
So
deal.
what people are not looking at is that Microsoft is saying, to some extent, Nadala, Amy Hood, especially Amy Hood, because she's the chief financial officer. She's like, look, we got to hit the ground running and make some money. So they, from the business side, in my opinion, looking at how they can, make money. And if they're turning a profit, like let's say 10 billion. No, I think Azure pulled in 20 something billion a quarter. You just paid 74 billion for Activision Blizzard. I'm thinking they're looking at Activision Blizzard Xbox doing at least 10 billion a quarter. So with them last week, that doesn't make sense. They said their earnings report they did well. Everything was blown out the water, meaning they blew their numbers out. But that was because of Activision. However, you guys are saying, and I'm going back to you guys, that, oh, we're good, we're kumbaya. We can put games everywhere. My point is, you can't put all your games everywhere just from the profit center.
And they probably won't.
But
they probably won't.
But you didn't let me finish. You said your point and let me say mine. All I was saying was the rumor is that you can't, they're doing their heavy hitters. If they put Gears, even thought about Halo, even thought about, what was the other game it was going? Starfield. You can't put those games, in my opinion, right on PlayStation a year afterwards. You have to be able to grow that Xbox base. Now the Xbox is almost at 30 million. I don't know how that is unhealthy, where people are saying, well, PlayStation is at 50 million. Well, PlayStation is in more markets than Xbox. People don't understand that. But in the United States, PlayStation doesn't have that big of a lead. They have a big lead in Europe because guess what Microsoft doesn't do? And I keep telling people this is my main, outside of their communication skills and being a $1 trillion company, $3 trillion company, their communication skills with people sucks. They are the worst company in the world when it comes to communications. But you know what else they're bad at? OG?
What else?
You know. What is the worst thing Microsoft does, in my opinion?
Marketing.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That is
Ding, ding,
my.
ding.
I have said this over, and I will stick to my guns with this. Microsoft looks at Xbox like it's a business and market it as a business. Xbox is a consumer product. And someone got into an argument with what they do on social media. I don't give a darn about social media. When I look at TV, I'm at the gym in the morning. I see PlayStation. If it not making money, it don't make sense. So apparently the mind share is with PlayStation because they're advertising PlayStation. I haven't seen an Xbox commercial on TV in years. Tell me, outside of us, how many people know about Game Pass? Name where you've seen a Game Pass commercial on TV. Where have you
So,
seen? You have,
no, I
YouTube.
was like, well, I don't watch TV, so but
In
but
between YouTube, I've seen some.
see, that's
Yeah,
you.
on YouTube you
Yeah.
see
But
them,
I'm
but
talking about, like I said, when I'm
I'm
at the
talking
gym,
about
streaming networks and
I don't
stuff like
baseball,
that.
do.
major sporting
I'm talking
events.
about major. You can look like you can look at a sports game. I'm looking at when I look at basketball,
Oh yeah, I
many
remember you
games. I'm
brought
looking
that
at the
up.
floor. Right, I'm looking at the floor. They advertising PlayStation. That's
Mm-hmm.
mind share. Where do you see Game Pass? Why can't Microsoft say, "Hey, put it on the station that is mostly geared toward women?" And I'm going somewhere with this, and say, "Hey, Game Pass." That's a mother. She said, "What is Game Pass?" And they explained it to her in a quick way in under 30 seconds for the soccer moms that want to get value for the buck. $9.99 a month. All these games. Guess what? That sparks your interest. Tell me, outside of the gamers, where is gamer? Then you say on YouTube and social places, the Instagram. Those are going to follow you based off of who they're looking at what you do, right? But they're not going to soccer moms. They're not going to mothers. They're not going to dads who are not gay, but know their kids may game. And say, oh, what is Xbox Game Pass? Is it going to save me money? That my kid, he's begging me for this game and I can get him Game Pass? How do you expand that market? Microsoft doesn't advertise on TV. And if they do, they stop. That's with every product they make. So how do you tell me doing, and I haven't seen it, and if any people out there in the chat, let me know. During the Christmas holiday season, I did not see one Xbox commercial on TV. So don't blame growth of Game Pass not being where it is on anybody but yourself, because if out of sight, out of mind. Name, we are in Chicago. Tell me when you drove or you were on a train that you saw an advertisement
Seeing
for
the bus
Game Pass.
drive past.
Did you see Game Pass?
No.
This is the third largest
It goes
business.
back. It goes back to, like you said, they treat Xbox like
A
some
business.
type of
The business,
business,
the
and
Office 365.
consoles are for
They,
fun
it's a
games. You
business.
know what I'm
It's
saying?
but what my point is, they don't treat it like a consumer product. They treat it like a business product. I can turn on my TV. Yeah, it'll say free Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. But how are you advertising that to people that don't know? Everybody doesn't have a Samsung TV. Or music channels,
So
science channels. Remember what I told you when Starfield came out? Why didn't they put that on the science channel? Why were they not advertising that right between, you guys don't watch it, but the universe? That's a science show. Talks about space.
Yeah,
Why did I not see
caught that a couple
that?
times.
Yeah. But why didn't they advertise that there? Sports games. They don't advertise. I'm at the gym every morning. I just laugh because I'll see a PlayStation commercial. I haven't seen one as of late because the gym, I don't turn the channels to those channels. I'm probably looking at something else.
Maybe they
And I
don't.
more or less,
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say maybe they don't want people saying, "See, look, they are a monopoly. See, they're everywhere." I don't know.
How do you? But my point I'm making is, how do you advertise a product? How do you complain about growth if you're not advertising? One thing, and they always try to compare to Apple. Apple knows how to advertise. Or you can turn on the phone every 5 minutes when a new Apple product releases. They are either marketing it themselves, or Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile are marketing their cell phones. Are they not? Get this iPhone Pro 16 for $0. Do they not? Do you see Microsoft marketing anything with anybody?
Nope.
Do you see them getting a program with Comcast and saying, "Hey, we're going to help sell Xboxes. Every person that signs up with Comcast Internet." Do you see Microsoft saying, "Hey, we're going to give free Game Pass, and we're going to bundle the Game Pass for all the new Internet subscribers, or whatever you do. We're going to give you an Xbox with it"? Internet should be synonymous with Game Pass. Wherever you try to sell somebody internet, what about Game Pass? Do you know about Game Pass? That's the point where you don't tell me, and you want to cut you're mad about the growth of Game Pass because it didn't meet your number. Nobody know about it. Somebody was like saying in UK, nobody knows about Game Pass. Germany, nobody knows about Game Pass. Koreans are going off saying Microsoft doesn't advertise here. You're a $3 trillion company. You don't advertise. You don't support your product. I have a Surface. I haven't seen a Surface commercial in years.
Mm-mm.
Years.
Forever.
Now I get an email about a Surface, but I'm already in their ecosystem. You can't tell me anything. I'm in your ecosystem. So my whole point going to you, OG, is that when it comes to that, I blame Microsoft. But in the end all, how do you keep the 20 million to 30 million people that already bought Xbox Series X, S, and X's into your system if you don't show confidence in them? And by in them, I mean, I don't have a problem with Call of Duty. I don't have a problem with Diablo. Well, I wish Diablo was just strictly Xbox, but it's a multiplayer game. I don't have a problem with Overwatch or any game that's for multiplayer, but you have to keep certain games in the Xbox ecosystem to make people buy it or feel special. Now do you agree or disagree? OG.
I
What
agree.
makes
I told
what,
you, this
yeah,
flagship titles, I think there should never be no place but Xbox. I definitely believe in that.
Jazz, what do you think about what I said?
No. What specifically?
Overall, do you see my point?
Yeah.
Do you think Microsoft advertises?
I agree because I remember when you mentioned it like some months back. Dare I say, shoot, was last year now. It's true, and I always thought it was kind of odd, and I never really understood why. All I could do was just speculate because it just
They
seems
don't
like a no-brainer.
exactly.
Like
So
what?
don't
Yeah, I just want to know what is holding them back. Like genuinely.
they just they don't do it, and that is the biggest problem I have. You don't need to advertise to us, and that's who that, like you said, social media. Most of the people on social media know about Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think it's because they're too comfy? Like, oh, people know us. They'll come to us. Like, is it
Right.
that, or are they not
But
allowed? Like, what?
exactly.
Casuals don't know
They're
about
not
Game
they're,
Pass.
but they're not. They think everyone is you, but you're trying to get those other users.
Mm-hmm. Who ain't used yet?
It's the weirdest thing. It makes you was Aaron Greenberg there during the 360 era?
Yeah, I
I think
just
he was, right?
okay, here's the thing that scares me. Even though Activision Blizzard was bought by Microsoft, They made sure Sony advertised Call of Duty. Microsoft owning Activision, they need to keep that advertising up and say, hey, Call of Duty, Xbox, and have the commercials everywhere. You're talking about growth, they will see growth, but they're too impatient, which goes to the article Jen sent. Microsoft will go to a product and dump it in 5 minutes if it doesn't meet their demand. You can't expect something to succeed if you don't put. Now, don't get me wrong; they have been behind the Xbox, but now you getting the Xbox to where it needs to be. They can be. You just saw Sony saying they're in trouble because of Microsoft, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Sony said they remember them leaked documents. We're not going to be able to compete with Microsoft owning Activision Blizzard. So why is it's boggling, like you said, I'll wait till next week. We all gonna have to wait till next week to see what games Microsoft will go on multiply with. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put it out there. It will be Starfield, which I just think is just not a good move. Not because not that you don't want anybody else to have, but you have to have something in your ecosystem that is just your ecosystem, in your ecosystem to grow your ecosystem. If I know that it's coming, why would I buy it? Why would I invest in your ecosystem if I know you're putting
we did that with PlayStation games when they were saying, "Oh, this game is exclusive," and they end up being timed exclusives. We said that about PlayStation games.
And that's my whole point about PlayStation. I mean, you want to put everything on PlayStation, but in the end, you're killing yourself. I can see them saying, okay, we got a PlayStation. If we want to put it on PlayStation, we made an agreement with PlayStation. They're going to support Game Pass. Okay, then we can help that. We'll make sure if you give us Game Pass, we'll put some games in Game Pass or a limited amount of games in Game Pass for $7.99 a month, and we'll give you 4 or 5 games. The rumor also is that Microsoft is, like I said, which to me, and I just said to OG, it'll be crazy for Microsoft to take Call of Duty out and say, we can't give you Call of Duty in Game Pass.
That would hurt.
That would destroy them.
That would hurt.
Because they already advertised that was what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm. That would hurt. That would hurt Game Pass a lot.
So my point again is mixed messaging. Now, you guys are not going to agree with this, but I would be okay with it because the merger was $70 billion. If they said the regular Game Pass, the $9.99 one, it doesn't come with day one releases, that's palatable. You get it 6 or 7 months down the line. But for us, we get all of it because we're paying the ultimate package. And they raised the PC price up to $15.99 a month for the ultimate. Meaning not the regular PC. If you don't, should just get rid of PC Game Pass and make it ultimate for everybody. You don't even have to have an Xbox. That's the only thing we offer is ultimate on PC. You get my point? Because the PC Game Pass, they get free and they don't have to have Xbox Gold. Used to be, remember? So just do PC Game Pass, $15.99 a month. Now, because of the Activision Blizzard merger, I wouldn't have a problem with them going to $17.99 a month. Because to me, that's a value. Or if they kept this Ultimate and then went to Ultimate Premium and said in order to get the Activision games, you have to pay $18 to $19, $17 to $18 a month. I don't have a problem with that. Because I know I'm getting a lot to be honest, I'm getting a lot for my money now. Because if truth be told, I wouldn't be playing all these games if I didn't have Game Pass.
Not at all.
No, you wouldn't.
So if they went up another $1 or $2, it's not going to kill me. Heck, if they went saying if you want Call of Duty and all of the new games when they release like Call of Duty, then you have to pay $20 a month. No problem still. No problem at all, because I know what I'm getting, and I know that I wouldn't have bought that many games.
And you
And
ain't
I
gonna
end up
keep getting
buying,
Call of Duty like
right.
that.
No, you won't.
Nah, I get it in Game Pass, but I ain't gonna keep
Yeah, I get it in
getting it
Game Pass.
every
Um,
year.
so I see where they want to go multi-plat, because they have to make the money back. They have to make that money back. But you cannot abandon all the people who have stood by you, like I said last week.
All these
And
years.
your Game Pass is your way out. But see, like I said, Microsoft gives up on products too quick. Windows Phone, uh, the headset that they make,
Zoom.
the Zoom. I had all of that crap.
I
And
had
what?
the Zoom.
Hey,
The
I had.
Zoom that
I
was
like.
boss.
Yes, I liked my Zoom. I had the Microsoft Watch for working out. But guess what? All that stuff they gave up on. Then what did Satya Nadella said, or was it Fletchcott said? I wish we didn't sell Windows Phone or didn't get rid of it. You can't make those
Mm-hmm.
mistakes, because Microsoft was always ahead of everybody in the beginning, and then they give up on it,
Mm-hmm.
which goes back to show how Microsoft had the HoloLens. Apple just released that $3,500 what do you call it? What it Vision, whatever Apple Vision, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The
They
VR.
they
Mm-hmm.
VR, and they took their time. They worked with it. That's one thing about Apple. They'll let everybody go first, and they'll
Mm-hmm.
capitalize off what everybody else do. Then they'll come call it theirs.
What they do? Oh, let's tweet that. Then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Copying
Tweet that.
homework.
I
That's
like that. We can refine that and do that. Mm-hmm.
Copying
They
homework.
Pal World everything. Let me take this Zelda, this some of this art.
that's
Take all the
exactly
fun
what it
elements that everybody likes, and we gonna make something with it.
is. So Microsoft needs the wherewithal. Right now, the only thing I can say is that, hey, wherewithal. Put the money behind it. Put your money, develop what you're doing. Yes, market these games. If you have to go up on Game Pass a couple of dollars, I have no problem with it. But don't abandon your base. Don't abandon your base. Because once you abandon your base, it's hard to get them back. And then you'll be crying again. Because,
They see that, don't they?
yeah, and I'm saying this because I don't know. I know Double. I think you guys remember this. Remember when Microsoft was so pig-headed? They had their own gaming store. They didn't want to let anybody on. That's when they had a problem with Steam. Now Steam's own, and I mean own meaning they're supreme at their store. And it
Mm-hmm.
boggles my mind how Microsoft is not using its own store or help Game Pass become number one on PC. It's their platform. And still Steam kicks butt. But they said they were going to use, they said, maybe OG knows this. I don't have a account for Bethesda. It's not Bethesda. It's Bethesda Blizzard account, Call of Duty, where they market their stuff in their store and their online is so good. People are saying much better than the Microsoft store for gaming.
Steam is, yeah. You saying Steam?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I like it.
Xbox, I mean, they are getting better though. They're getting better.
but they're giving up right now when they got the best. Um, they have the tools they need to compete and be a beast.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
So, real quick, we'll see how this turns out, but give me your prediction for next week, OG. Then we can just, that's this is the end of our topic. So give me the end. Give me your predictions for next week.
I think they're gonna say Bethesda games are gonna go to third party.
Bethesda or Activision Blizzard?
Um Those guys, the big guys, yeah. Bethesda and Activision, yeah. They're gonna go third party, as always, but they will remain in Game Pass.
And
So
you
I
don't
don't know
think
if those
you don't think that's gonna hurt the brand?
gonna hurt a little bit. It's gonna hurt a little bit. But the
I'm
good
just gonna
thing
have
is
a field
that
day if it go down just on pure clout.
the good thing is that they own those publishers, and they can do whatever they want. Maybe this year they go first party with those. I mean, to those other platforms, and the next year they won't.
They're gonna
So
know.
they make their money back.
No, I mean, the thing that I'm saying is, okay, your point. Okay, what about you, Jazz?
I it's tough to say because like I want to say it won't hurt them, but who knows?
No, what do you think is going to be next week? What do you think?
Next week? I don't know. Honestly, I need to read more. The Power World's been taking me over.
They will say something about Starfield for sure.
Okay.
The one thing I did see, I'm gonna have to find it, but that it's not going to PS5 officially until we get our first DLC. Whenever that is, whatever that is. So.
Shattered Space.
Yeah, Rovers.
Shattered Space coming in.
That make me happy. But...
Surge.
In my mind, I think it would be something to do with Activision as well as Blizzard, because that's the main thing that's everywhere. If it's Starfield, I don't know where the rumor of Starfield came from. Is that because I do know where campaign is a leak source supposedly. Just because they were speaking on it doesn't mean it's gonna be something, but
that's true.
I could see them having a limited supply, like maybe announce some games that they gonna release, and then announce some games that's gonna be exclusive. Like for every game we release, we have an exclusive. That's what I would hope that the announcement would be. If they do release stuff, that they also have a different way of bringing it back home. You know what I mean? Like you only go get these DLCs if you play on Xbox. You play first on Xbox, and then it'll come to PlayStation. I don't know, something that, like you say, it holds a brand at home. Because you gotta have. Because I was talking about not everywhere. Eventually, Microsoft and Xbox, you only gonna know them as Game Pass. They're not gonna be Xbox or Microsoft. You just gonna know Game Pass. And what's the branding in that?
Multipass. Everybody can have it.
Just like Windows, people forget Microsoft is Windows for some reason. I don't get it. Like any PC game.
Ooh, PC.
Yeah,
do you run
PC,
Linux or Microsoft?
Well, I think. Let me give you my prediction. I think Starfield's gonna go. I think Hi-Fi Rush is gonna go. I think.
Hi-Fi Rush, yeah.
What's that other game? The little kid game.
That's a lot of little kid games. You got to be more specific.
No, the one that just. No, not Peppa. You know, the little kid game where the Honey I Shrunk the Kid game with.
Grounded.
Grounded.
Yeah. Ground is going now.
About to say Peppa Pig. No.
Now. I would be sufficed if they're saying, okay, we'll put it on PlayStation, Starfield, next year, this time. I have no problem with that. See how that plays.
That's going to happen.
It's not going to happen. They're going to do like Jazz said. They're going to put that game out because they have to. I don't even know if the game is made, but how long it takes to port.
Anytime after the DLC. That could be next September. Or, this September, or that could be Christmas.
But why are we always giving up stuff? That's the problem I have.
We're the good
now,
guy. No.
is the true, and I say we, but if it's a Trojan horse, if they're trying to say, well, they're going to see Microsoft plastered all over this PS5 screen when you play Starfield.
Exactly.
But
watermark.
Everything's green.
but I do say that
That's exactly.
now. If they say that Blade and Indiana Jones have to go, then that would be a concern.
I got a problem, Big Worm.
Right. If those two games go, then I have a definite problem. Because to me, you're not going to keep your fan base because you're going to say, well, if these games are everywhere, you're gradually going to lose people.
Yeah. You're already struggling for mind share.
And it's because that's my point. Mind share. They don't do. I think a lot of times they expect their fan base in the Twitter spaces and everywhere to do all their marketing for them.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
That's what a lot of companies think nowadays.
And I'm like, you're crazy.
They're like, free advertising. No,
no,
you ain't pay for it.
Exactly.
If you're not giving me a check, so you're not getting anything out of me. But like I said, I think they may go up on Game Pass. Have no problem. Those are my predictions. But I don't know. I think Starfield is going to be rough for that. But if they have a strategic plan that says, hey, we're doing this, just give us a reason. We got this. Let us handle it. And they got a sound reason for this, but it scares me because whenever you say something about gaming that's business related, it's not what you think.
Mm-hmm. There's a history that proves that.
Mm-hmm. So it's something other than that. So that's what's getting me because it's not about the games. It's about acting like you're going to survive. But you've never put the money you're putting in it now that you're going to put in it now. So give Game Pass 2 more years to grow like crazy with proper advertising with the Xbox. Give it what it needs. But don't treat it like okay, I expect you to grow, but I'm not going to do anything, but you're just going to grow.
Why won't my plant grow?
Mm-hmm.
Did you water it? No.
We'll see how all this is going to end up. Anybody else got something to say? Or we can do our outros.
No, I'm right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for showing up tonight. Thank you guys for listening to us talk about gaming. Like and subscribe if you're still listening. And tell everybody else, give it to a couple of friends, share the link, tell them to listen to us. We need some views. So on that note, let's get where can we find everybody? Jazz, where can we find you?
You can find me here every Thursday with the rest of the crew. Also on Twitch. I promise to play something else besides Power World. I've just been addicted lately. I don't know when that time will be, but yeah. If I'm not on tomorrow night, I will be on Saturday. Also Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, and YouTube, all Jazzymoto.
Okay. OG.
You can find me here every Thursday with the rest of the crew. You can also find me on Twitter every now and then now.
Now and then.
Yeah, now and then. And Facebook, all things geeky, you can find us
You ain't
there.
been on Facebook in a minute, have you?
Yeah, I'm trying to post it here and there on there.
Okay. Mr. Surge, where can we find? Okay, Mr. Surge, where can we find you?
Like everybody else say, you can find me here when we here on Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. You can find me as well on Facebook under Servers Gaming. You can find me on Twitter, Sir_Rich. You can find me on Twitch. I've been actually streaming a lot of Destiny. I was actually doing some raiding.
I saw you pick some stuff up.
Yeah. Having a good run with the Hunter. I was like, oh, the way they changed the Hunter, I actually kind of like it. But I've been running on that, and then yeah, you can find me on my YouTubes. I need to get some of these videos finished edited and get them up there. So yeah, check it out.
And you can find me here every Thursday with the rest of the crew at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find me on Xbox as the One, PlayStation is the one. I'll probably be streaming Remnant 2, which is a fun game with a crew of people, with 2 extra people. Difficult game, but it is a fun game because you'll die in a minute if you're not watching yourself. And the bosses are just ridiculous. But overall, it's a fun game. So you can find me there. And that's about all the places where I'll be. And tomorrow, like I said, I'll probably be streaming. So, Serge, you can take us out. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Be patient, be safe.
All right, everybody, time to say holla.
Holla, holla, holla. Holla, holla.
Holla, 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 holla,